Hey guys, it's Monday night. Monday night is now officially Assimilation Light Night. We're ready to rock it out. Hundreds of people on the webinar tonight, and we have Joe Marfolio, who is on the road like a nomad, living that laptop lifestyle. The only problem with Joe, and I will put this on recording, is for some reason he's abandoned all of his Apple products, and now he is tapping away on a Windows Surface tablet. So the disclaimer of the webinar, things go wrong, things crash. But Joe starts getting mumbly or he loses his voice. We know why. So, Joe, I'll say hello to you. Where? Joe, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. What's going on?
I'm only using this because my Apple products quit working on me. That's all.
Don't say that, Joe. That's blasphemy, man. Come on. We can't talk like that to these people on the webinar. We're trying to teach them. Guys, what we're going to do tonight is we're going to start out with questions and answers, maybe a few hot seats, and we're going to get it. Guys, we want to stick with beginner level questions. If you're here from Project Breakthrough and you're asking me about some complicated problem, not the place, not the time for that. This is for new members that are trying to get their feet on the ground, get their websites up, people that have just started in OMG, and that's what we're here for. So beginner level questions on this webinar. I want to be able to make sure that everyone that has started in OMG, they got a problem or a question, something you need to understand, Joe and I can address it for you so you can keep going. So with that, one of the things that I wanted to address, Joe, and let me move this panel around, is there was a question that was up here and I wanted to do it for everyone here. And it's this one right here. And John put a post up that says, today my first client told me that he no longer wants to work for me after 1 month. He thinks that I lack the experience and I shouldn't consider myself as an SEO expert. He basically wanted me to build 10 PBNs every month for him, send links to his page, create Blog 2.0 pyramids on page, for a pitiful 600 Canadian dollars. When I told him that that's too much links, I want to send the links from my own PBNs, he said I crossed the line and I can always decide to remove the links whenever I wanted to. Looking at the big picture, I see a major problem that I don't know how to prove to my clients that I'm good at SEO. I have 2 referrals. I don't have any websites that rank for big keywords. I'm a young student with 3 hairs on my chin, and I can't prove to clients that what I do is better than those who charge half of what I charge. I'm very confident in my abilities, and I feel like SEO is a very hard business to get clients at first, but no diploma or official SEO school. Guys, I need some help and advice or a moral boost. What about having an official OMG diploma? And guys, what I wanted to do is just kind of address this a little bit. And what I wanted to know is any time that you're in business, it doesn't matter if you have more 5 stars than anyone from your restaurant in your city. It really doesn't matter if you're the top attorney. It really doesn't even matter if you're Steven Spielberg, who's one of the top directors in the world, or Christopher Nolan, or you're some of the best managers in sports, whatever. Everyone has to accept a little defeat. But the main thing that I really want you guys to take away from this is you have to treat business relationships like personal relationships. Not every one of them is going to work out the way you want to. It'd be like me assuming that every girl is, they're my soulmate, that I'm a gift to every woman that meets me. And it's simply not the case. But what happened here is you got a business owner that's a psycho. Much like if you hit the dating world and you hit everyone, you're going to run across a few psychos. And guys, it doesn't matter if the guy's paying you or you own a business. Just because you own a business doesn't mean that you're not a psychopath, a narcissist, that you're a know-it-all. Doesn't mean that you don't beat women. It doesn't mean that you don't steal. Doesn't mean that you don't molest children or whatever. Business owners are people too. A lot of them may be riskier than others, put up a business or whatever. But always remember this, and I've tried to tell you. They are not qualified to grade our work. So I'm not going to beat up on John because he's having a tough day. But guys, ultimately, in the beginning, you really have to set your authority up front. And you need to remember that you have to look for warning signs that I've had more problems with people that I charged a low amount than people that I charged a high amount to. So when you're coming into the low amount, what it basically says is that you might not know what you're doing and everyone else does. Now, I understand that you have to go out and you have to get your first deal, and I want you to do that. But in the end, you really can't take stuff like this seriously. The guy doesn't know SEO. The guy clearly has no clue about how to run his business on the area of search engine optimization. And basically, he just said, hey, if you're not going to do it my way, and go. So, but when it comes to authority and other stuff, guys, there's no better way to build authority than this. I've told you to have LinkedIn recommendations ready to go. And if that's not working for you, then it's something that you really got to look at yourself at in the mirror and say, am I pushing out an air of authoritiveness and confidence with everybody? And if you're not, that's something you need to do. And I know it's a little bit harder for John because he says he's a student and he's got 3 hairs on his chin. But I can tell you this, there's a lot of students out there and there's a lot of young people that are computer geniuses. Wyatt Jozwowski is one of them. He's a 19-year-old phenom that's promoted OMG. It's made it over $750,000. There's a lot of young people that make it in this business, and young people are generally associated with being smarter. What he's basically doing is it's an old business owner that really is a my way or the highway type of attitude, and it's just not the right relationship that you should have been in. And you just got to take it as that and just not take it personally and move on. Ultimately, I used to let these deals really get under my skin, especially when people like, what is wrong with these people? And I knew I was doing everything right. Then it just clicked in me. I'm not for everyone and everyone's not for me. And some people just feel that they absolutely know the way and they simply don't. So with that, guys, I want you to rally around John, give him a good say, hey, keep your chin up. But John, just remember, what you got to do is, I've said this offer several times over. You're OMG, you're part of the family. And if you're part of the family, what that simply means is this. It means that you and I are business partners. And that means that any one of you out there that needs a referral, that needs to use someone that is a success at this, you're more than happy to use my name and say that we're business associates and that you are under my whatever you want to call it, that you're progeny of mine, that you're trained by me, we're business associates, whatever. That offer is open to you to use. You're not going to ruin my reputation. You're not going to do anything. But what it can do, it can give a lot of you the confidence that you don't have. So when you're out there, so much don't worry about it. Just know that what we're teaching you is right. And you're going to have a couple psycho business owners, and there's nothing you can do about it. What do you say about that, Joe?
No, I think you're 100% right. You can't control, the business owners. And this guy just sounds like, he thinks he knows what to do, so that's dangerous. And at $600, he's going to run you ragged. But I also want to say, man, that offer you just put out there is golden. I want to make sure, man, everybody understands what Cotton just said. Using him as a reference, or any of us really as a reference, it's huge. I mean, when I first started, I didn't have that. So, I mean, that is really, really something that can really help people, especially when they're talking to a client and they ask, well, who are you with, or whatever. So that's definitely a huge plus.
Mm-hmm, definitely. But you know what I want you to do, guys? I want you to find this post right here. And I want you to let John know, he's like young. I want you to let you know, just say hashtag got your back. And that's what it's all about here at OMG, is we got your back. And we all have each other's backs everywhere. Just scroll down a little bit. You'll see the post. Let them know, guys, sometimes we just hit these bumps and we're just not sure what to do when we're just starting out. But, that's why we have this community, the Facebook group. That's why you're inside of OMG, because you just don't have to do this alone. You don't. And that's the best part about this. You got people like Joe, got people like Greg, Fletch, and even Gregory Ortiz, and, and everyone else that's just got your back in this. And, but just remember, people, you're just going to run into a few psychos sometime. It's like if you ask out 100 girls, you can't get upset if 99 turns you down. It's if the right one says yes. That's all that matters. So know it sucks to lose money, but hey, I think, this is just my opinion, you're better off getting rid of him now than being run ragged and being over his thumb for that much longer. So I just wanted to kind of address that for you new people that got in this. You're going to lose a few deals here and there. It's just going to be a personality conflict, and I don't want you to feel bad about it. It's just simply part of business. Just simply part of business. So thank all you guys for jumping in there to help him out with that. We will now go over to questions and see what we got. So questions. Here we go. What do we got here? Cotton, I joined less than a week ago, and I feel like I'm the turtle to all the other beginners who are rabbits who started in January. I've done the first webinar and set up 2 websites, both empty. Just listened to the second assimilation light today and wanted to ask you, guys, this is one thing that I really want you guys to just hit home. That WP Lightning plugin, that was for that webinar only. There is no more free codes. No more free codes. It was, guys, look, and I've already went over this once before. I bring on a lot of special guests on both my webinars. I cut deals that if you show up on the webinars, and I know that it's impossible for a lot of people to show up on webinars, or maybe you weren't even OMG at the time, it's $19. The guy was gracious enough to give out 200 or 300 for free for those that were here. Now, you got to pay for it. So for those of you that keep posting about where that code is, unfortunately, not going to get it. You're going to have to pay for it. So that's the answer to that question. Another one is let me get this, let me put this out so I can see them better. It says, this is Tom from the Netherlands. My English is not the best. He goes, but I'll try. He says, I'm in contact with a big company who sells drinking glasses. They asked me to find someone to build a website and e-commerce store for them. Can you give me some advice on the best way to follow on what kind of software is best to use? And at this moment to build an international online store. Shopify, I prefer to build with WordPress or something better. It's a big company and they're a market leader in the Netherlands, Belgium, and Luxembourg. I don't know if this question is in the right place. And unfortunately, I don't take e-commerce clients. It's just they're too much trouble for the work. I don't do web design at all. I can do e-commerce. I just choose not to take them. I can get a lawyer anywhere in the country that's going to pay me $10K. A $10K e-commerce client is going to take up 40 to 50% more time to manage. And they're going to want reports and a lot of work done. And I'm like trying to move as quickly as possible. And to each your own, whichever clients you take. I'm at the position where I can choose. Joe, do you know any advice to give him? I'm no web designer, so
I don't do e-commerce, and if I don't know much about Shopify or any of that. The biggest thing I'd say is if you had a client and you need to do a website like this, find a professional who does this, and then you could sub it out to them. If you're pretty new, trying to go in and figure all that out yourself for a paying client can get you in the weeds pretty fast, but I really don't do any e-commerce, so.
Right. Me either. And, also, I would just be careful with accepting anyone in the group with that either. No offense to anyone. You can go to Upwork or somewhere else and see what you can get. You might want to see if Mark, wants to do it, who is the creator of WP Lightning. He's who I brought into OMG. He does all my web design for me. He might be able to. I have no idea. So, but wish we could help you out more. But Joe and I just don't know everything. We just don't know everything, and it's just not the line of work that we're in. The next question is, hey, Cotton, when you first started out before your name was established in SEO, what worked best to you to attract the first clients to your discovery page? Ranking on page 1. ranking on page 1 for my city, and going through being relentless in networking. That's it. That's it. I mean, we're going to go over in the next couple of weeks. We're going to revisit on assimilation, not assimilation light, a lot of client getting methods. But ultimately, guys, this is something that, you've got business owners, you got networking events. There's a lot of client getting methods that were taught all through assimilation last year. You got to dig in there and find them out. Some of them were absolutely mind bending. So just go through all those. I don't have time to go everything with that on a questions and answer. But ultimately, get your website ranked number 1. Next one is questions here. People said they're driving to work and listen on my mobile. How did you know? Okay. It says, in Google My Business, would it affect rankings or anything for that sort of my website business if the address needed to be changed later on? No. But you can't expect them to want to verify it. So in other words, if you have an unverified Google My Business right now, you can change it and it's not going to mean anything. But if you've got the postcard sent or if you phone verified it and you go that route, and if you change the address, you can expect them to either reject it. I would say there's about a 7 to 10 chance that they're going to want it re-verified. Wouldn't you say so, Joe?
Yeah, I would say, yeah, exactly. They're going to probably re-verify it when you change it. So.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. So that's the answer to that question. What is the ideal way to link from a social property to an affiliate site? Just directly to the affiliate site. To treat it like a money site. Really wouldn't overthink it the same way. Next one. Hey, Joe, if you're not bent on going back to LI and you're not gone to Wilmington, North Carolina, consider checking it out. I-40 from Raleigh all the way through to Wrightsville Beach. It's the bomb. Someone giving you some advice, Joe.
There you go. I've been to Wilmington before. It's very nice out there.
Mm-hmm. It says, yeah. It says, my chat isn't working with the webinar. How do I turn it on? It's over to the right, floating. It's floating to the right.
It must be working. They typed in the chat, didn't they?
Yeah. It's so true. Oh, I'm so focused on these questions, it kind of overlooked me. So yeah, you've found the chat. You've just posted in it. Thank you. It says, hi, Cotton and Joe. I'm about to go for my first client. It's restaurant hotel chain. They have 3 big locations. I used to work in their accounting department, and I know they spend $500 a month for Google AdWords and another good couple of thousand in marketing like radio and street banners. I'm asking, how would you approach them in order to successfully close a 6-month contract very much? I don't do contracts, so you're basically asking how to close these guys, and they kind of spend about $2,500 a month, and they're a restaurant and a hotel. You know, what you could just go in and you can kind of just, especially if you know the people, you would treat it no different. You just treat it like a warm entry. If you already know the person that's making the decision, just go up and talk to them and tell them that you've had a career change and the career change is very successful right now. And, you know, just show them all of the recommendations that you've got from the work on LinkedIn and say that you think that your company could really stretch their advertising dollars a little further than doing Google AdWords and by doing things like radio and street banners, and just show them a video analysis of exactly what's going on and tell them to look at it. That's it. Treat it no differently. Just don't overthink it. Next one. It says, I left New York and lived down there for 2.5 years. Everyone's letting you know what's up, Joe. They're like making sure they take care of you on this trip.
That's it, man.
Right. It says, when I go to OMG Project Assimilation, I cannot see where the picture is. On Mondays, I am in the webinar for my OMG project. I have no idea.
I
have no idea. Joe, see if you can help her out.
I don't know. On Monday, I'm in the webinar and my own. Maybe she's asking where the links to the webinar are.
No, I don't think she's in. Check and see if she's in Project Assimilation. Just check the members and see.
Yeah.
It says assimilation is different other than the OMG way. Guys, all of you guys should just be in two groups and two groups only, the OMG way and Project Assimilation. That's it. Should be in no other groups. And OMG way is just used for assimilation on Wednesdays and hot seat. And then Assimilation Light is strictly in Project Assimilation. So, I knew I was going to get this, and obviously someone did not listen to last Assimilation webinar on last Wednesday. So I will go ahead and I will answer it again. Can you please talk to us about the video analysis that you give to new clients? What software do you use? Guys, I will never give that out. That is one thing that I will never give, and here's why. I give about 85% of my business. The director's cut was based off of my website, and I wasn't even asked if it could be copied off of it. So there's already thousands of people running around copying a version of my website. That's what it was based off of. So I want you guys to develop your own version of your own video analysis that you're going to give to people, because it needs to come from you. It needs to come, and it needs to be in your voice. What it can't be is you try to sound like me, or you know what to do. Now, if you want me to assess a couple of these, if I have time, and I'm not saying that I do because I get several hundred messages a day and I can't promise I get back to anyone. That's all I would be doing all day. But ultimately, there's certain things that you guys got to figure out yourselves, such as proposals need to come from you, and it needs to be crafted around your business. And your video analysis needs to be crafted around you, your personality, and how you connect with the business. You trying to imitate me is not going to come off as anything but ingenuine. So that is one part of my business that under no circumstances will I ever reveal as long as I live, is my video analysis. So sorry about that, but I said that last week on the webinar, so I'll just say it again tonight. People are wanting to know what our content is. You're going to have to tune in, man. You're going to have to tune in. It says, what a reason Google Analytics will not show or allow my social citations. No idea. Google Analytics has nothing to do with that, unless you're talking about getting traffic coming from social profiles or citations. Maybe you're talking about webmasters. It's just Google just doesn't care about those websites. It's time and resources to keep crawling a site like Facebook when there could be numerous links every hour. So it's just one of those things is you're not going to have a lot of social profiles or citations showing up in any of your link checkers like Ahrefs, Moz, and we're going to go through some of those again tonight so you'll know. Cotton, this may be advanced, but I need to know, how do I show a client how much exact dollar amount they'll be using? There is a ton of videos that I already go through. I go through that in Agency 101. So we'll do that. Anything that's already in the videos, I'm just going to direct you back over there. We've already covered that in some of the training. And next one here says, got my first discovery form agency filled out, and it's a digital marketing agency. They focus on websites and don't do much SEO. They have several clients who need local SEO services. They're also interested in SEO for their agency website, not currently optimized or very powerful. He entered his website on the discovery form and chose the $500 option, thinking of saying that my minimum is $1,000, but will do it for $500 a month. Guys, listen, here's the main thing that I want to tell you about the discovery form. You got to ignore what people put down for what their budget is. You got to ignore it. I don't care what people put down. I got lawyers that are making $20 million a year putting down their budget's $500. It's just not the case. You have to know your business, and you got to know business. You just got to search. You got to know how much traffic's coming to that business. You have to know where they're currently ranking. You have to know what field they're in. You also have to know how your traffic is going to affect them if you give them in the number one position, and how that's going to alter their business. It's pretty simple. So if you have an attorney that is not ranking on page 1 and there's 1,000 searches and you get him at number 1, you can assume that you'll get him 500 new people seeing his website out of that 1,000. It's just common sense. You can assume that you're going to close 4% of that 100. You're going to get him at least 4 new clients, and that's on a real low level. A personal injury attorney it's real easy to say that they're going to make $10,000 to $20,000, and that's real low for each one they do. That's $40K right there. $40K right there. So when you got a digital agency, you know how much SEO costs. You know how much website costs. You got to study the traffic and you got to know that. So it doesn't matter what they put down there. It is what that business is worth to them when you succeed. That's how I price things. I do it by the weight of the move, and then I tack on additional based upon how much they're going to make. So hopefully that makes sense. Next one here. Cotton, your website states that you do web design. How do you handle all the queries? Guys, I have one of the best web designers in the world that is partners with me, which is Mark Rodakowski. He's the one that's built my website, that's developed the WP Lightning. He's got everything. I just give all of my web design business to him. Simple. Someone wants to know how I have website design on my site and I don't do it because I don't. That's why. So just don't try to overthink stuff or worry about things that just don't affect you. Worrying about stuff you got no control of just slows you down. Cotton, when I'm contacting potential clients, my website is manimedia.net. The advice, I will definitely use your recommendation for the business of the site. Thanks. Joe, let's bring on some hot seats. Hot seats, man. Let's see here.
All right. So who wants to come on? I guess for a hot seat, man. They got to post in here. They want to. All right. So here's Rob Dooner says he wants to come on for a hot seat.
Really? I don't see that.
Oh, well, I put it in the chat over here.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, he just says me. Oh, I'd like to see it. Yeah.
All right. Let me find him down here.
Guys, give me a 1 if my voice is breaking up a lot, or number 2 if I'm coming in clear.
It sounds clear on my end.
Yeah, I'm getting 2s everywhere, so the guy that posted that I'm breaking up, it's probably your connection. Just letting you know.
Okay. Yeah. So. All right, so here's Rob. Clicked on mute this guy. Oh, there he is. Rob, you there? Yeah.
I'm here. Hey,
all right, Rob. So
I did the Wirecast YouTube today, and I basically went to my site. I'm just trying to see if I can over-optimize it, or if it can be over-optimized.
Well, I mean, you could over-optimize a YouTube video with backlinks, but not over-optimize. I mean, you don't want to stuff your title with keywords and stuff. You want to follow the, good practices. Okay. I don't know what you mean by over-optimize a Wirecast. Wirecast is just a method of uploading it. So, I mean, but you still want to be careful with the anchor text if you're sending links to it and everything else.
Okay, definitely. Yeah, I haven't sent any links to it yet, but I'll show you the video real quick. 1 second.
Well, what is it how are you afraid you over-optimized it?
Yeah.
Just through the citations and like the title, and then the first 2 sentences in the description.
How so?
Yeah. The best thing to do is I just went over in like real detail in that video series I put out, the real short videos. Just watch that and then just follow that, and then you'll know whether you did too much or not.
Okay.
Yep. All right.
All right. Thank you.
Great.
All right. Thanks, Rob.
Guys, we appreciate all the questions, that I forgot to give the disclaimer. Please, for the love of Jesus and all that he died for us all, please no more Wirecast questions. It's like, no more Wirecast questions. Joe's put out 40 hours on it. There's videos everywhere around for it. It's pretty self-explanatory at this point. I've never even used Wirecast in my life. So.
Yeah. I mean, that video series will cover just about everything you need to know. So
great.
And it's all right. So.
Guys, let's post it in the Facebook group right here so everyone can see. If you want to be on the hot seat, #hot seat. We want to bring you on live. You're going to have to get brave and post it in front of everybody. And please, the only stipulation is no Wirecast. No Wirecast, please. Bob, you do not need no hot seat. Bob always wants a hot seat. Bob, you're doing fine. We gotta We got to help others. You're doing better than anybody.
Bob's on fire.
You're killing it. You're killing it. You're killing it. Same with you, Musafa. Come on. Musafa was just on last week.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
That's right. Lion King was just on last week. Look, Dave like he's just posting like he wants to come on.
Yeah. Dave.
Is that it, guys? Seriously, we've got 300 people. Bring on Ryan. Ryan looks like a good one right here. Then we'll come up and get
Ryan Henderson. Okay.
Yeah, we'll get Elaine next.
All right, let me find Ryan.
Ryan looks like I can't see very good. Looks like he's toting on an e-cig there.
Okay, well, I don't have a Ryan Henderson in here. So what's his name what name did he put in?
He says that he went with a bar.
What?
I don't know, man. He's just going by the street name. I don't know.
All right, a bar. Yeah, you guys got to put your real names in here, man.
Yeah.
If
you can't find him, just go to Elaine.
I got it here. I got to get back up to the top. Yeah, and if you guys want to be on a hot seat, then when you type in hot seat, type in the name that you put in go to webinar.
Okay. Musafa, we know that's your real name, but it's not Musafa Muscle. Your muscle's not your last name. We know that Musafa is your real name. Trust me.
I got a bar. I got you unmuted on my end. You got to mute yourself on your end.
Yeah.
So
come on.
Your microphone.
Hello?
It says self-mute. Oh, there he is.
Uh-oh. It sounds like he's way deep underwater. Ryan, you there? A bar, Ryan, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you guys hear me?
We can. So what name should we call you, first of all?
It's Abrar.
Abrar? Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
So you've never been called Ryan ever, huh?
No, it's I had my real Facebook
wow.
Suspended. I had it on hold. Yeah.
This one's just to catch the ladies, huh?
That's right.
I got it. What can we help you with, the bar?
Well, I've kind of been struggling. I know this is like a novice question, but kind of been struggling with getting my first client. I got real close twice. I've been in OMG. I think it's been about 3 months now, or close to 3 months. And I got a couple of discovery format submissions, and I got the video analysis out. And there was this lawyer and this other e-commerce guy, and both of them were very impressed by the video, and they wanted to close the deal. And for some reason that's still unknown to me, both deals just fell out right at the last minute. Basically, even after I sent the invoice, and that was really just disappointing. So I really don't know if I'm going wrong with the video, because they actually said they were quite impressed with the video. And now I'm kind of struggling with getting more leads, because both of these guys actually came in like they were like inbound, like I didn't reach out to them. They found me through various ads and whatnot. But like I'm trying Meetup.com, I'm trying the LinkedIn method. The one thing that I haven't done, and I think I'm just going to start doing it today, is maybe just straight up cold calling. Because like I'm not getting any more inbound leads. So yeah.
Where do you live?
Sorry.
Where do you live?
Melbourne, Australia.
Okay, so Australia. So you're like basically saying, how long's your website been up?
It's been up for 3 months now.
Okay, it's highly unusual for you to get leads to come in after 3 months, so I would consider those as gimmies. Just very, very much so. So what I would do is simply this. I didn't get, if you want to look at where you're at, I didn't get my first client for 100 days. for 100 days.
Right.
You know, and I was doing everything right. And it's easy when you get a dry spell to think that you're doing things wrong. And this is what I can tell you. And I know this is going to sound like the craziest advice that I've ever given you and that I give to anybody. And I even told this to, I don't even care to bring her name up. She wants to get mad at me. She can, but Shannon McGraw was blanking getting clients for 4 or 5 months. 5 months. She was getting in lead after lead after lead, and they'd just stall her and go on there. And I said, look, what's going to happen is, I promise you, once you get that first deal, once you get your first deal, the second, third, and fourth just come right after. It's like crazy. And she just she didn't believe me. She didn't do it. I know it. I've seen it too many times. I've trained too many people. Sure enough, when she got her first deal a month ago, within 10 days, she had 4 clients. Boom, 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 boom. It's something about the confident level when you get that first one, you're riding high. And it's really all about what you're pushing out. Now, if you're truly trying, how many hours a day are you looking for clients?
Looking for clients, maybe 4 hours, and then I'm doing SEO the rest.
Right. So let me ask you this. What do you want to do? Do you want to rank or do you want to get clients?
Right now, I need to get clients.
Right. So wouldn't that tell you that you need to be getting clients for 8 hours a day and then doing 4 hours of SEO at night?
No, absolutely. I agree with that. I'm just a little bit unclear on what exactly I should be doing for those 8 hours, you know?
Well, have you went through all of the client training that's in OMG? We already gave you tons of stuff. There's SEO splitting. Have you tried to go to business owners and offer them something small, something that's irresistible that they just can't turn down, that gets your foot in the door and then upsell them into SEO, called SEO splitting? Have you tried that?
No, but now that I'm going to start cold calling, I think I'm going to take that very approach, because I've sent out these flyers. I watched a simulation from last year,
okay,
and with this social media management flyers,
okay.
I made those myself, and I sent them out in the mail, about 80 people, and I'm going to follow those up with phone calls.
That's fine, but have you ever tried lumpy mail?
No.
Okay. Lumpy mail is pretty much this. It's you do a video analysis. You pick out a website that needs your help. You send them a video analysis. You put it in a package with something that is lumpy. It could be one of those hand squeegees or whatever. There's a site called 3D Mail that's especially for that. So what happens is when the mail is delivered, it has to sit on top of the pile. It can't sit on the bottom or all the other mail will fall off of it. So it's the first thing on the pile that they get. It's also something you can get USBs for as little as $1 on eBay that hold 300-400 gigs, where you could put a video on there, send it out. They keep the USB drive, put it in, watch the video, and you follow it back up with them. There's several different ways. What I'm saying is that I had to come up with all of these client ways myself. You see, literally none of these client acquisition methods existed in OMG till I came around, and I had to sit down and I had to get creative, which is what a lot of you have to do. And then you still haven't went through everything that's available in OMG. For instance, have you went out and have you watched the assimilation replays last year where we talk about how to get clients through charities?
Through
No.
charities?
The answer would be no. So where we're at is you're desperate to get clients, but yet you haven't went through all the training. And what you want me to do is tell you everything so you don't have to listen to the training. Now, I know you're working hard, but this is my advice. Cut out the SEO, because it doesn't matter if you really need money. You need to be getting clients for 8 hours a day. Simple enough. 8 hours, 4 hours of SEO at night. Then you say, well, you don't know what to do. Well, it's pretty simple. Getting yourself in front of business owners is pretty important. So you need to look for where money is. And don't expect anyone to get that much success from cold calling. I'm just going to let you know. So you need to go where money's at. There's charities, there's functions, there's all these other places you can be going. I get clients just by going out shopping everywhere. I mean, don't you guys have Armani, Ferrari, BMW, Mercedes? Don't you have all those places around where you're at?
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Well, all right. Have you went up and asked salespeople if they would actually, if they're looking to make a little extra money and to keep their eyes and ears open for business owners that might need your help? Have you done that?
No, definitely
Okay,
not.
great. So what I'm like saying is there's 1,000 ways to go out and get clients. I could sit here and I could run through at least 100 of them with you right now, but you haven't went through the training yet. So I encourage you to listen to all the assimilation webinars, get through as much stuff as you can, and just you got to be out getting clients. You got to put yourself in front of them through networking, through everything. In other words, what I did when I first started, anything necessary to get in front of as many people as I can, calling up as many connections as I could to get a business owner contact. I watched and had to create my own client getting methods, period. From meetups. Have you tried to put up a meetup.com and do a webinar based off of it?
Yeah, I do have a meetup. I've done one meetup so far. About 30 people showed up. But
Okay.
I posted about it on the assimilation.
You're the guy that had that huge success with 30 people in the meetup?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, then let me ask you this. Is it a problem of getting clients, or is it a problem of that you can't close them?
No, it's out of the 30 people, very few, like almost none of them were actually people that could have paid for SEO really. So what I'm doing is I'm following up with them in terms of who can give me referrals, and I do the SEO for free, but I haven't had any responses so far. Because a lot of the people that showed up were like financial planners and startups, even though I made it clear that it's not a group for startups.
Do you know that financial planners have a database of people that they work with? And all they need to do is say, hey, let me have access to your list. We'll mail it out. We'll like split this 30-70, and you could probably end up making 10, 11K a month. How would you like to do that with recommending me? What I'm saying is when you're in front of 30 people, you got to be prepared. You like got to make sure these people are ready to work for you and get them incentivized to work for you. You know, telling them, hey, look, and by the way, you're going to have to split this money. These people might not have nothing to do. They might not want SEO at all. They might want money. You got to tell these people, look, either you bring me 3 referrals and I can do your SEO for free, or I'll give you 30% reoccurring for every one that you bring me. Now do you think they're motivated?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. So you see, it isn't about that you're not getting in front of people. It sounds like you've got in front of more people than most OMGers have even had an opportunity to do. You're just not, you're a novice and you're getting too much success with people and not knowing how to close them effectively to flip them around to be assets to you. So what you got to do is just slow down a little bit, and you got to write down every possible way that if you get into a situation that you can turn it around and own it. That's it. But if you've got 30 people at one meetup, that means you can get 30 people again. That means you just have to be better prepared to motivate these people to get them out working for you or finding out this. First of all, did you even give them anything there? Did you give them anything at this meetup? Did you offer them anything?
No, the venue I kind of messed up in terms of picking the venue. It turned out to be a little more chaotic than I wanted to be. It wasn't as intimate as I would have liked it to be. So I didn't really get an opportunity for a presentation or anything of the like.
Looks like it's pretty sweet from a picture. Did you even capture email addresses or get address, telephone names, or numbers or anything?
I got emails on an iPad because that's what you suggested. So.
There you go. Well, then, you know what I'd be doing? I'd be letting these people know, first of all, when you're in a situation like that, when you're in front of people, you have to make the most of the situation. You got to be giving them something to stay attached to you. Either you're going to build a couple of social profiles for them for free for their business, or you want to put an offer out there where they can make money off of you. You're going to get an offer to where they can go out. There's a lot of different things you can do. I guarantee you that if Joe and I would have worked the room, whether you would have worked the room, different outcome. What I'm saying is don't get frustrated. It's not that you're doing bad. It's just that you don't know how to capitalize on what you're doing. And that's okay. That's going to come with time. My advice to you is just don't stop doing what you're doing. Just keep it up. You just got to get smarter about how you're going to close these people and about there's something that you're doing that I'm not hearing that if I was to correct it, and I don't have the time to do it right now, that would fix everything. And I just don't know what that is. But trust me. It's one or two things that you're missing or you're doing wrong. Those get adjusted. Everything changes. I promise you. So
Right.
hopefully
Thanks
that helps.
for that.
Great.
Helps a lot. Thank you.
Great. Joe, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, I mean, no, I think you just about covered it. I just say, you know, a bar, you're doing a lot more than a lot of other people. And when I first started, you know, I was not a salesman. I didn't have any sales training. And sometimes it's just, you got to keep doing it and just keep at it, you know, and then, you know, you'll get a break somewhere and then you'll kind of figure out what it is, but you're doing everything right. You know, it's just, maybe you just have to get in front of the right person or whatever. But I would just say keep on keeping on, and you know eventually something's gonna break for you.
Dude, I never had 30 people in front of me before I got my first deal. So he's like doing fine. Yeah, he's doing fine. He keeps replicating what he's doing. He's going to hit it sooner or later. So I wouldn't worry about it. So you just got to plan it out a little bit better. And just learn from your mistakes. That's it. Learning from your mistakes is the name of the game. That's it. So there we go. Well, let's bring on one more person for hot seat, and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
Oh, we was going to do Elaine. Elaine wanted to come on
Elaine?
here. Yeah, let's right here.
Okay, let me get her. Let me find her down here.
She's from Australia too. Hopefully, it's not going to be how does she take out a bar. That's not her question. It says listen.
Okay.
She's going to say listen.
Elaine Kingy?
Elaine, are you there?
Wait, let me see if I got the right Elaine.
Elaine's going to say that.
Hey, Elaine.
Are you there, or did you get shy?
Let's see, get the right one. Let me see.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I got the right one.
Yeah, maybe she'll pop up sooner or later. Let's grab someone else. Guys, who wants to do it? Who wants to get on the hot seat right here? Hit it hard. You know what? Let's bring on Jeff Woodward. He's on here a lot. He's in Singapore. Man, we're getting some people way out there.
Yeah,
what
I know, man.
Out there? Is it like in the morning over there or something?
Yeah, it must be. ABC. Let me find him here. Man, we got a lot of people on here.
Yeah.
Jeff Woodward. Got him right here.
All right. Let's bring him on.
Jeff, you got to unmute your phone on your end. So he's self-muted, so he's got to hit the mute button. He's got to hit the little microphone button and get it started.
We'll figure it out. If not, we're going to be pretty quick. Guys, while we're waiting on him, put hot seat, hashtag hot seat if you want to come on. So we got plenty of people to choose from. Yeah, he's not going to do it. Let's bring on Jamie Morris. Yeah, let's do Jamie Morris.
Okay. Got him.
Got it.
Jamie, you there?
I am here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. What's up, buddy?
Well, not much. I'm working on about 0 sleep over the last 40 hours now. My question, I probably made a mistake last night and got V-Kraken. Was going to use with Social Explosion and try to get my domain authority up. Just wondering if that's going to be detrimental. I mean, apparently it's not used as much these days. Is that correct?
Where'd you use it at?
Well, I didn't yet, but I was going to put it on a subdomain of my money site, my town SEO.
I can tell you this. I did it for a year. Put it on a subdomain. Matter of fact, it's still going right now. And it's on my subdomain. It doesn't do anything, really. It was able to get up about 13, 14 DA in 12 months, like 1 point a month. And I'm at the point to where we're going to go over something pretty powerful tonight to where I'm going to show you to where I'm almost abandoning DA altogether. I'm going to show you guys why. So it's nothing that if you think it's going to help you rank, it's not. If you think you're going to – all it is it's an automatic video poster, and that's it. and then you're going to get some social signals when it's posted. That's it. You can use it, but for the amount of money that you're going to spend on Social Explosion and other stuff, I just can't tell you that I think that it's going to be a massive, massive difference. It's, it's kind of like a big boulder and you've got one stick. I'm talking a big boulder that's like taller than your head, and someone gives you a shovel to push it. There's a lot of other things that have to be in factor before it does. So in other words, if there's a number one position and you guys all have the same links, then it's like, okay, tiebreaker, let's go to, social signals. You see, it's kind of like that. It's not really anything that's going to blast you up there. I've never had a lot of success with just social signals. It's just part of the equation. It's kind of like the salt on the fries, if that makes any sense. Wouldn't you agree, Joe?
Yeah, I think you nailed it pretty much. It's like for the money that you're going to spend on the credits and everything else, there's a lot of other ways to get, to get authority and to get rank and everything else.
I kind of figured that too. I dumped $300 in it, just getting it up and going, and I figured it'd probably go pretty quick too.
This is a good site right here you can add if you want social signals right here, and they're natural. It's called Add Me Fast. Get an account here. You can spend $20-$30, and you can probably get 1,000 social signals for $20 or something, which is going to be far cheaper than what you're going to get a lot of places. And they're natural. It's everyone going through liking each other's stuff. So if you want something right here, you can get Facebook likes, shares, followers, posts, Google Plus. There's everything right here that it like does. Pinterest likes, SoundCloud followers, everything. This is a good and safe place to do it. So, that way you can kind of control where the social signals are going, wherever you need them versus where you don't care where they're at. Like, wouldn't you rather have them to your main page than a post you're never going to care about? That kind of makes sense. So, yeah, that would be my advice to you. I would better money spent here. I know that OMG has a lot of great material in it. It's so vast that a lot of it we can't get through and just prune it out real quick. There's nothing wrong with Social Explosion or with vCracken. I just can't see that it's a massive ranking factor anymore.
Right.
My
site's been up maybe 3 weeks, 2.5, 3 weeks. I'm at like 23 or 24 on the list now. I'd like to break the front page. I didn't know if that'd help or not. That's all.
Yeah, we're going to show some stuff tonight that's definitely going to help you with that. So I would just hold tight.
All right.
So, all right. Hopefully that helps you, man. Hopefully that helps you. Joe, we got time. Yeah, thank you. Joe, we got time for one more. Just pick one out. Joe says that he's Jeff says he's ready. Let's see if he's there, and then we can get into the lesson.
Okay, let me just mute Jamie here, and then we're looking for Jeff Woodward, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if we get him back on. Oh, he's got his hand up right here, so let's see.
All right, now it's unmuted. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Fantastic. Thanks, guys. Thanks for bringing me on. I've got a question on, I think my PBN may be penalized, and I don't exactly know how to. I've listened to all the videos. I listened just yesterday to Greg Morrison talking about how you do the penalty check. I'm getting some weird stuff, and I think it may be, and I was wondering if you could help me to determine if it is.
Sure. Post the website in the chat box.
In the chat box of the seminar.
Okay. Do you mind if we bring it up?
Not at all.
All right. So I'll wait till you get it over there.
Okay, the dang autocorrect. Can you see it? It's steep, S-T-E-E-P. S-T-E-E-P.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. We got it.
Board, one word.
So it's STEEPBOARD.com.
Yeah,
correct. That's one of them. I've got several, and they're all acting the same way. I built them all the same time, and I used WP.
Hold on. We will get it right up here.
What hosting are you using?
I mixed them up. This one I think I can tell you in a minute, but they're all mixed up.
This is it right here, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. And keyboard.
Okay, you got those French ones there.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get these weird info and all this other stuff. Mine's down there finally toward the last one, next to the last one there.
You mean on page 2?
I don't know what page you're on now, mate. You
No,
lost me.
I'm on page 3 now. I still don't see it.
No, I think it was on the bottom page 1.
Is it?
Right on the bottom.
This one.
There it is, yeah.
Okay. No, I wouldn't. That wouldn't be penalized like this.
Okay.
Not if it's showing
That's
up
great
right
to
here.
know.
Wouldn't you agree, Joe?
Yeah, I mean, his homepage is not coming up. It could be a sitemap issue too.
Yeah.
What if you put in take the www dot away?
Hold on.
Or put in site colon.
See, it's coming up too. So the whole point of it is see this right here? It already pulled it up. It's just it's a weak site. That's all. Like if we were to look at this site right here, see if I can bring it up just to see what it is. It's going to load up here. It's just going to take a second.
I mean, this one only has a DA of 16.
Yeah, this got a DA of 3. It's just Moz is just. I don't trust anything Moz says. I would be 90% certain that this site doesn't have a penalty on it, or it wouldn't even come up like it is.
It's just weak. That was the other thing. I mean, Greg talks about this, and it's on one of those. It's one of those that's kind of hard to tell. Would you mind looking at one more that's kind of similar, real quick?
Put it in the chat box.
Okay. It's I got all these French ones from Gregory. Casamil, Casamil.
That's it. Just .com.
Yeah, .com. Yeah.
Let's see what we got. Nope, it's good. At least it comes right up there, but this page does. Yeah. We need to see this.
Oh, that's a subdomain.
No, that's a.
Yeah, you're right. It's a subdomain.
It's a subdomain.
No, right here it is. Right here it is.
There it is. Internet marketing. Yeah. Okay, so it's. I think partly because I was searching from Singapore, and I'm getting a different set of results, which doesn't surprise me. So that. Yeah,
I would say you're fine. I mean, with these right here, it's just that they're not very powerful sites. So that's just what I would just round it up to. And you're just searching from a different country. So it looks like that they're okay from here. These are brand new sites. You got them up. So.
Yeah, they're new sites. You put me at ease. I really appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Good. Sounds great. All right. Thanks. Joe, I think we've about wrapped her up, man. Now let's get on there. So, guys, what I want to do is who's ready to learn about how to add some power to their website? Give me #power here. Got about 300 people on. I want to see at least 100 of these. I want to see everyone going crazy on this stuff right here. #power. That's all we hear. So you guys want to rank your site. You guys want to know how to get power. You guys want to know how you can rank your site. Well, guys, we're here. The next 3 or 4 webinars, we're going to talk about power. We're going to talk about how to get that website flying, how to get it going. But first, Joe and I have been a little sneaky with you guys, and we're going to show you how and why we've been. Joe, you can see the power's flowing right here.
Yeah, man. I think that's the most hashtags we've got all day so far, man.
Yeah, these like people now they finally woke up. They're like, now we're getting to the good stuff right here, and we'll just keep it flowing. I'm like counting here. We're about 75. We need about 25 more. We're going to get started. But guys, this is exactly the sort of stuff that you've been waiting on right here, is how to get power to your websites and what that can do. And look at Dave Keys. Dave like Keys is right in here, Joe. He's right in here powering it up himself.
He wants 1,000 gigawatts, man.
Does. We're gonna hook it up to Dave Keys and light him up, man.
There you go.
We're gonna light him up. So guys, what I want to show you is I want to give you a pretty much a recap of the last 5 weeks in a few minutes. And it's all going to make sense. If we would have told you this, we could have did this on webinar 1 and you guys would have said, huh? What? So what we wanted to do is literally make sure that everyone understood it as slowly as possible. So what I'm going to do here is, that's not it. You find the other one. So what I'm going to do is here, guys, I'm going to do this. And Joe, can you see my screen?
It's blank.
That's right. It is blank.
Yeah.
Guys, the very first thing that we told you what to do on the very first webinar is to simply get your website up. That's it. We showed you how to do it, get that website up, and to get it going good. Everyone was able to do that. Then the next webinar, we explained about how you needed to learn the power tools and learn how to grade the power of different websites. Then, guys, what we simply did is we told you how to build these social profiles all around your website, covering them all around, and have all the links go back to this website right here. But see, what you guys didn't realize is we were already getting you link building. We were already sending power to your sites. You've seen the posts come in Assimilation Light, where there were people saying, holy crap, I'm already ranking for my brand name. Or holy crap, I'm like ranking on page 3 for my city. Some people's been on page 1 with just this. You see, even though I told you that social profiles are important, and as you can see, they build a social fortress around the website, they're adding trusted power. And it showed Google one thing, that these are some pretty powerful friends to have, is what we've shown Google. And what we've added is when we build the Tumblrs, and guys, one that you maybe forgot about is Tumblr. Powerful juice coming back to the site. You got Google Plus, YouTube, all these other ones. I've had you build 50. Guys, there's over 600 to 1,000 of these you can build back into your site. And that right there, what that did is showed Google that you've went out and you started hanging out with the popular kids at the prom. So all of these websites gave you a little bit of credibility coming back to them, and you were no longer alone. You had Google Plus, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, all vouching for you with links going back to your website, which meant you have links and Google sees them. Even if they don't count them in webmasters, trust me, and if you can't find them in other stuff, they are indexed, which means Google crawled them and seen them and gave you credit for them, and they know that the power is there. Now, the second thing that we told you to do, and whether you did it or not, is we had a webinar at the first of the year, and we talked about it. I'm not sure if we talked about it here, is we told you something about traffic. And we told you that now that we've got some friends, that what we need to do is we need to go to Crowd Search Me, and we need to send a little bit of traffic into your website right there. So we got that coming in. We want to get at least 10, 11 clicks coming into your site so we make sure that it's alive. We get the blood pumping to where Google sees, okay, they got a little bit of stuff, because guys, does it make any sense that a website would actually get a link? Now look, there's two types of links. There's links that are created, which are all of them that are surrounding the site right now. Then there are links that are earned, So if you get a link from Huffington Post, from Forbes, if you got one from CNN, these are obviously earned links. A PBN is an earned link. They hold more weight. So let me ask you a question. Does it make any sense to you if you didn't have these friends surrounding your site, that you started getting a earned link sent to your site immediately. Makes no sense. Now, if you're following me so far, I want you to give me #follow. I want to make sure that everyone's on page right now because we're going to expand this out and I'm showing you guys exactly how it looks to send power. I want to see everyone with these #follows. #follow, go all the way down. I want to make sure that we don't leave any person behind. So looks like everyone understands. So we've got the website up. We've got your social profiles, which have added power, which we gave you links. You might not have realized that or not, but it did. The second thing that you guys can do now, if you haven't listened to Assimilation, is add that traffic into the website, a little bit of it, to let the site know that it's alive. Getting an earned link back to a website that doesn't have these friends around it or that doesn't have a little bit of traffic come in seems a little crazy. So that's where we're at the moment. Now, the next thing that happens is that we want to get this, a WordPress site. We're going to talk about something, guys. It's PBNs. So we're going to talk about tonight. And what can that do? Simply, guys, that can add power to your website. So what we're going to do with that is pretty simple. We're going to talk about that in a moment. But there's PBNs, which is we create this website, and that link is then going to do a couple different things. But there's also something that we're going to show you, which is just regular links. Links on other people's sites, where we can get a link back from someone else's site and put it to there, but it's not anything that we've created. So PBNs are sites we create to mimic that we have friends of power going back to our site. So the next thing that happens is simply this. We can either choose to point that PBN now directly to our site because we've got it surrounded around with 50 friends. We've got a little bit of traffic coming into it. So now it would be okay to send that PBN juice directly to the site, to link it directly to the site, or we can link it directly to the social profile, which then powers that up. And then you can see that also has power, the line going back to the money site. Hopefully all this is making sense. Now, have I lost anybody? I want to make sure, give me #sense. This is all making sense so far. You can take that PBN. PBNs are sites that we create and we send a link back to our website or the social profile. And as you can see by the line of that Pinterest, if you link it to the Pinterest then sends more power back there. So what we're doing is we're powering up that Pinterest with the power of our PBN. So now this is called a couple tiers back. So right there. So the PBN is back there, can hit the money or can hit there. So Joe, I can't see the Facebook group. Are we getting anyone that is not understanding this from the Facebook group?
No, I mean, it looks like we're getting all cents, light bulb.
Good.
Yeah, and I'm looking in the question box. It seems like everyone's getting it.
Good. Now, the very next thing that we would do is simply this. That right there can get pushed back to the money site, as we've shown before. So that's how the power will work. The power will go from the PBN to the Pinterest. From the Pinterest is going to send that power over to the money. So that's how that works as well. So we can power up the site in a number of different ways. Now that we've did this, guys, it's simply this. It is simply about repeating this process, guys. I want you to take a very close look at this page because what this page represents basically is all SEO really is. Because once we've done this cycle, what we're going to do is we're going to do it again. we're going to do the exact same thing again. And we're going to put those pointing back to the money. As you can see, all of these pointing back to the money and doing the same thing all over again. And then we're going to do it again right here with the PBN and do it right there with this. And that's what happens. So guys, that's it. That's all SEO is. I showed you the first cycle and I showed you the second cycle of what happens. You just keep doing it over and over and over again. And you would have never understood this now until we got to this webinar. So guys, I want you to ask me this, and I'm going to get out of this so I can make sure that I see the Facebook group. Guys, I want you guys to know this. How many of you now, after you've been here for 5 weeks, you know SEO? I want you to give me hashtag no SEO, because that's all it is, that you now understand it. It makes sense because, guys, I've showed you visually exactly what it is in a nutshell over and over and over again. I want to make sure. Now, if there's someone that still doesn't understand this, I want you to just say hashtag don't understand. But we have 300 people. I want you all to give me hashtag no SEO. I want to make sure that you all understand it. And Joe, I want you to kind of fill this in also. SEO is really that damn simple, isn't it?
Yeah, it's basically just rinse and repeat. I mean, you have to know the correct steps. You have to get the concept, and that's, basically why, it took us so long to get to this point. But that's what it is just doing certain things. You got to do it over and over again to build authority and to build power. I mean, it really is that simple. People make it way too complicated.
Absolutely. And that is about the best diagram I could have ever built to show anyone SEO. Joe, have you ever seen a diagram like that before?
No, man, that was pretty slick. I didn't know you were even going to do that. I thought, you were doing that. I was like, man, that is really, really slick. So,
yeah. So, guys, that's really, really all that it is. So, you know what it is, guys? When you first got into OMG, everything seemed daunting. It seemed like that it was just crazy. That there's no way that you could understand it. Now it's pretty simple. After 5 weeks, maybe we're 6 weeks in, now all of a sudden things are starting to get clear. Now, what I want to do is I want to go back to this diagram a little bit right here. And I want to show you this, guys. And when we're doing this all over again right here, we're going to talk about what other links you can get here in a second. We're going to cover that in here, but it's the same way they're going to come in here. But now, once we get all of these over here, we've got more social profiles. We've got this traffic coming into about 10. Now is when we can start cranking up the traffic a little bit more because it makes sense. It's got more friends. It's got more PBNs coming in. It's getting more power. It's getting better ranking. So now it makes sense. We can crank this up just a little bit more. Then when we get more around, we get another circle. We crank it up a little bit more traffic, and then we get it more. Then our rankings keep getting higher and higher and higher. And just like Joe said, it's simply rinse and repeat. That's all that it really is. It's that simple. So I needed you guys to understand the diagram of how power works. So power can pass through from this PBN right here. Power can pass through the Pinterest, and the Pinterest can push the power over here. So guys, when we start out on a social media site, they generally all start out with a very high amount of authority, but the page authority is at 0, which means because the domain authority is so high, now we look at the page power of what it is because we have a page from Pinterest. We don't have the website. We just have the page. So what happens is when everyone starts out at the same authority. So just think about it. Let's say that I gave everyone poison that is 100 out of 100, and that's it. Now, the page is how fast the poison's going to kill you. The higher it gets, the more powerful the poison. So when you get on a social media profile, everyone starts out with the same poison, and the page power is how fast it'll kill you. Now, let me just make sure that kind of analogy made sense to everyone. Just give me hashtag yes, if that made sense. So when you get a Facebook page, everyone starts out with the same amount of power. And so because we start at the same amount of power, and Melaine, you just started, so you wouldn't get it. So I just remember because I just added you into the Facebook group. So what I'm saying is, guys, is that everyone in Facebook, when you create a Facebook page, a Twitter page, you all start out at the authority of the website that's a 100. So everyone now goes to how much power it gets by what power that page has got. And that's when we went in when I showed you guys on webinar 2 about page authority. So that's what that is. So when we come over here and when we get this, when we hit this right here, that's raising up the page power, which then pushes more power from here over to the website, which raises your website up in the rankings. So there's 2 ways we can use these PBNs. So let's make sure that we got everyone. We just got really one person. Come on, guys. I want to make sure that everyone's got this. Just give me confirmation that you understand. Want to make sure we're leaving no one behind. If you've just signed up, that's okay. It's going to take you a while. Some of you guys have been with me for 6 weeks now. So, guys, if you understand this, then you understand a lot. A lot. Don't you agree, Joe? That's a lot to understand in 6 weeks.
Yeah, it is. It looks like everybody's got it. And that's, yeah. And I think the way you broke it down is really, one of the good qualities, Cotton, you have is just cutting through it and making it very, very simple. And, it looks like it worked. It looks like just about everybody understands it.
Good. Love it. So now what I want to do is let's get in here and let's talk about some other links. So we were here and we showed you I got to go through this whole thing again to get to what I want to go to. So hold on. We're just going to run through it again so everyone gets to see all the wonderful animation work of this right here one more time so we can get to the other one here. And as you can see, it's running a whole lot faster now. So we're going to get to the other slide right here. I guess when I log out of it, I got to get over there. So, but you guys can watch how everything works all over again. But now we're going to talk about different forms of power that we can do. And as you can see, we're going to add more social profiles, rinse and repeat, do it some more. And then all of these are going to be linked back to the websites as well. So that's one more time that we're showing all these. I could have made these lines go a little faster, but it's all good. And right here we are. And then we're going to get to the next page. And come on. Here we go. There. Boom. Wow. We're just going to leave it like this. So guys, I know. Guys, links. There's a lot of different ways that we can get power to a website. Links equals power. Power equals links. One of them is, guys, you can do it through a PBN, which is what you create. And we all know what that is. If you've been studying anything and if you went through the beginner videos, then you already know what that is. We can get power or links from social profiles, like your Facebooks, your MySpaces, your Flickrs, any of those. Citations, which are Yelp, Mantra, Better Business Bureau, things like that. Guys, you can also get links from guest blogging. That's right. You can put an article up on a friend's website or be invited somewhere, write an article and link it back to your site. That sends power back to your site. You can do it through engaging content. So in other words, if I put out a piece of material that is absolutely engaging, it's getting a lot of social shares, it's getting shared, it's getting passed around Facebook, people want to share it on their website because it's so cool, that creates links and sends that power back to your website. Or guys, you can just do this. And I encourage you guys to do this. We showed you guys how to link trade back on a simulation webinar a few weeks ago, to where everyone shares their PBNs. You could literally get 4 or 5 friends together right now in the group at the moment, and you guys could say, hey, if you send a link over to my website, I'll send it to yours. thus doubling your PBN power, doubling your links, getting your power. Guys, you can get links from press releases. And Joe has had success with press releases. Now, they're not going to rank you number one, but it is going to give you some credibility. It's going to give you some links. It's a link coming back. There are donation links, and that's for places that it could be a dog shelter. It could be a university or anything. You donate a little bit of money. They put a link back up going to your site. Some of these can be very powerful. That's how you can get a link, or through basically social signals, which is what we were talking about earlier, where you have people linking to your website or sharing it on social media. And that's coming back to your site. The power to those are very small, but they do help. So these are the different ways that you can get links back to your website. So, and I'm not going over all of them. I'm just touching over a few of them, but these are some of the ways that you can get it. Now, what I'd like to do is I'm going to show you a way that all of you can easily get some links back to your site before we start getting to PBNs. And it's a website right here. Right here. Now, how many of you have heard of Drop My Link? I want you to give me a yes or a no. A yes or a no. How many of you have heard of Drop My Link? Yes or no? Oh, you guys are going to like this. A lot of no's here.
Yeah, wow.
Give me yeses and no's. We got a few yeses, a few no's. Well, all right. Another thing that we can do, guys. Come on, guys, let's get them going. Let me see the comments here so we know if we want to go over it or not. Some people say yes. Some people say no. No. The majority of the people say no. Well, guys, another way that we can absolutely get power back to our website, and this is true, are blog comments. Blog comments. And what we're going to do is right now is we're going to show you exactly how to do that. So let's see here if I can get logged in. I haven't used this site in a long time. Hopefully I've got, nope, I don't have it. Let me see. I just decided to do this right now, the spur of the moment. See if it logs me in. Nope, let me try one more. And we'll go from there. Nope, let's just register a new account very quickly. We will do it right here. They're going to make me go to my email address, and we're going to have to go over here. Don't see anything yet. So we will wait for it for a second, see if it comes in. Hold on a second. Come back over here, reload the page, and see what we got. Come on. We'll wait for it over here. And I want to show you what this, guys, is because it's pretty powerful. This is what happens when you do the site spontaneously without...
Oh, you guys set the password first?
Yeah, I don't know what the password is, so I'm asking them to give it to me, and they're not. They're going to be slow about it. So
it's asking you to make a new one.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was doing instead of. I can always go back to the other one right now. Hit log in, and they're just. It's going to take just as long. But if I do this. But what this will do is, I forgot password. See if we get that any faster. I'll already know because my phones will light up the moment that I get it. So what we'll do is we'll come back to this here in a moment. I'm gonna show that to you guys because this is a way that you can get links back to your site. What I would do is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put this in the group right now. And I want you guys to sign up for your own account. And it's going to be, and I'm going to show you guys how to walk through it. As soon as my email, I'm going to open it up over on the other side over here. We close this down. I've got two screens up and I'll watch for it over here. But you'll want to go here and I want you to set up an account for this. And one of your goals for next week is I want you to get about 3 links back to your site from this. And we're going to show you how to do it. One of the things that we're going to go over and do They still haven't sent it over. Sometimes it takes a while. Is we're going to talk about how many of you guys would like to know how to find your own PBNs? Your own PBNs. Give me hashtag PBNs. How to get there and find your own PBNs that you can use, that you can set up and buy right now and get set up from the training that Greg's got in there. Tonight, what we're going to do is, guys, we're going to show you how to find them. So you're going to be able to buy them. Next week, we're going to show you how to safely set them up. So it's going to be a several week process that this is going to go down. We're going to do it very, 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 very slow because we want to do that. So let's just say that right now, guys, that we're broke, that we're on a really tight budget, and that, we really can't afford to spend $50 on one PBN, that, we just want to pick up some PBNs for, $10, the cost of registration. If that sounds great to you guys, there's nothing wrong being ashamed of being on a tight budget. But what we want to do is try to show you guys how to get this stuff as inexpensive as possible. So one of the sites that we do to look for PBNs is this one right here. It's expireddomains.net. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put that right over here so you guys can see that. I'm also going to send it out to you guys right here. And Joe, how many times have you used this site?
When I first started, that's the site I used because it doesn't cost anything. So
exactly.
I used that quite a bit when I first started.
Right. Guys, every day, what they do is if you'll look and you'll read what it says, thousands of domain names expire every day. The reasons are different. Some forgot to renew their domains. Some just don't want them anymore. Some moved on to projects. All of these are expired domains. So look, we can get in here and we can look for a lot of them right here. So what I want you to do is obviously .coms are going to be a little bit less to pick from. So let's just start looking in some .orgs and let's see what was deleted. And guys, what we can do here is we can go into expireddomains.net. And what we can start doing is looking for things that are available. Now, guys, what I want you to do is how many of you know, because you need to know this when you're looking for metrics, how many of you know what page rank is or what PR is? Give me a 1 if you know what it is. Give me a 2 if you have no idea and you want me to explain to you what page rank or PR is. If you have no idea what PR is, if we get enough of them, I'll explain it. And it looks like that we're going to get enough. Guys, what PageRank was, PageRank has not been updated since December 12th, 2013. And what it was is Google would update this every so often to let on a scale of 1 to 10 how it favored a website or how powerful it was. Like, for instance, it's obvious that things like Twitter in existence or Pinterest or Facebook and everything like that would have been a PR or a page rank of 9 or 10. Then other websites, there's PR1s, PR2s, PR3s. Any website that has been deleted or brought back, or any website that's been created after December 13th, 2013, does not have page rank if it was deleted or bought. Now, if it was won in an auction, then it carries through. So Google came out and said they were no longer ever going to update PageRank ever again. So what it was is Google was trying to stop the buying of PBNs, because if a website expired and it was very easy to find, oh my God, it's a PR7 or PR6 or PR5, that's a pretty powerful site. So what would happen is you could easily pick these up without looking at any metric, because what it meant was Google really liked this website the last time it updated. And Google updated PR sometimes 2, 3, 4 times a year, but have chosen not to update it once again since December of 2013. So what that means is when we get in here, this means a lot of different things. You can see -1s. I would not go for that. But guys, here's why it's important. PR on a website means that the site has age. It means that it's got some pretty good links on it, that if it's still powerful and if it still has good metrics, it's got good age. So if you find a site that has page rank on it, that means it's an older site. It could be at least 2 to 3 years old at a minimum, which means the links have been there a while, which means they're good, solid links, and they're not going anywhere. So does that make sense? Just give me a 1 if that makes sense. So it's an old metric. If a website has PR right now, it means it has age on it, and it means that it could possibly have some pretty good links, but we could still look for it. But we really don't use it for anything more than to look for age. Joe, can you come up with a better analogy or something to make them understand what page rank is, or you think that covers it?
Yeah, I mean, I think you covered it, pretty well. They're not updating it anymore, but if something has PR, you could consider it pretty good that there's some pretty old links on there.
Right. Well, Google did like it and have favor for it back then. That's like what we do know. So in late 2013 and before, Google liked it at the time. That's all we know, but we don't know what's happened to it over the last couple of years. So we can take this and sort it, and we can look for things. And if we can see here, look, we got PR7s, PR6s. We got all these sites through here, and we can see the backlinks right here, and we can look at it, but someone already registered it. Well, someone came through here. So here's a PR6, says it doesn't have any links on it, but it's available. But you know what? I really can't trust these things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at this. I'm going to come here. I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to check out this website, and I'm going to see if it's still available and if we can still buy it. So the first thing that I would do is, just before I start wasting my time looking at metrics or anything, first of all, I want to see if it's still available. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to paste it right in there, and I'm going to see if this website's available still, and I'm going to look, and it's taken. So you see, so now I know that that's not good. So ultimately what I want to do is I want to look for one of these green ones here. Let's just see if this one's available. I want to find one that's available so we can start checking some metrics on it. And this one is taken. So what's happening is a lot of these guys come through here and take these sites pretty quick, and you don't get a chance to snag what you want. So let's just go with this one right here, yesterday. I doubt this one's going to be available if it was yesterday. So let's just copy it and find out if this was available. We're doing this the long way, guys. There's faster ways to do this. I'd rather you guys know the long way than we can go by fast way. Oh, look, Joe.
It's only $4,000.
Oh, you crazy people. Crazy. So, guys, this is what literally looking for PBNs is like. You got to go through and you got to look for a lot of stuff. So let's look for boss battles. So we're going to copy that. We're going to see whether that's available. And there are, like I said, faster ways to do it. Here we go. We found one, Joe. Bossbattles.org. So what we want to do is I got a little special tool that I got here that I use. Let me see, did I get rid of it? I used to have it up here. Nope, I don't. Wow, I can't believe I got rid of that little tool up here that told me everything. So what I'm going to do is obviously the first thing I'm going to do is I want to see if that site is indexed. So I'm going to take this site right here. I'm going to put it in here and see if it's indexed. It's probably not going to be. So, all right. So I know it's not indexed. So that's a little concerning. But what I want to do is generally I can get sites indexed probably. That's not going to stop me doing it. Some of the PBNs that Gregory sells doesn't get indexed. Put the right content on it, it will. So now I'm going to go in through, I'm going to go to Ahrefs. I'm going to look at the backlinks on it. And I'm going to find out if it's got any backlinks and what it looks like. And it looks like that Now, one of the things that I really want to go over with you guys, we want to look at now what's coming in. It's all the links were coming in from the United Kingdom. And look, Joe, it doesn't look that bad. Boss Battles given away, and bossbattles.org. So what I want to do is I want to check the links that are coming into the site. What 27 links are coming in? See if they got any juice to them. And look at this, Joe. 47 DR, 5162. This looks like a pretty solid, some links coming in through here, a couple of them here, and they've been around a while. So guys, one of the things that I really want to stress, I'm going to do something pretty controversial right here. Joe doesn't even know that I'm going to do this. Now, I'm going to show you guys something of why I don't like Moz anymore and why I'm going to encourage you to get away from domain authority and from page authority. We're going to go over here now. Remember, I've never looked at this site before. We're going to put Boss Battles in right here, and we're going to see what it has. But I want you to look at this. It's got a domain authority of 13, and it's got a page authority of 21. But guys, it only found 2 links. How does it come up with this metric? It makes no sense to me. 2 links. Now, guys, let me ask you a question. Would you want to have your information based off this? Or do you want your information based off this, which tells me there's 25 live links? So I want you to give me hashtag Moz, or I want you to give me hashtag Ahrefs. Which one would you rather go by? Which one would you rather go by? I really want you guys to be honest. You see, and you guys are smart. Now, here's what I want to teach you guys that are young pups, that we're teaching you as babies all the way up. Don't avoid looking at this, but I wouldn't take this seriously at all. I honestly believe in my heart. I've talked to Greg about it. I've talked to Joe about it. I think that Moz is almost a metric that has ran its course. They do not crawl as much as they should. They don't give as much information as they should, which means that I can't make an adequate assessment whether I want to buy that PBN or not. Because the simple thing of it is, 2 links. Well, I'm sorry, they got 50. I made a mistake there.
Wait,
50.
no, you're looking at the wrong. That's not the right domain.
Oh, okay, right.
That's a different domain you're looking at.
I messed up. Hold on, there we go. So 2 links. Sorry, 2 links right here. 2 freaking links right here. Versus I go over to Ahrefs. And we're going to do this over and over again. Now, a metric that we do want to check, and we've went over this before. So literally, guys, what I want you to look at is we're going to call this DR because it is what it is. It's domain rating DR, and this is UR for URL rating. So, guys, this is the whole power of the website, the domain rating. This is the rating of the page. So this is the home page. It's got a 7 out of a 100. Not bad, but, it's not good either. But what we're going to do is we're going to go to this. We're going to put that in there, and we're going to check it over here. And it's a 4 and a 7, and that's kind of weak also. But look at what we're finding also, guys. We're finding that they've found more links over here. But now let's click on this, and we can look at the root domain over here. Look at the trust flow. Pretty much this site right here we're looking at is 14 and 8. So to me, and they found 991 external links from 38 websites, or referring domains 34. So when we look at that, Joe, what would you do? Would you buy this website for $10?
It's not a
if you're starting out.
If I was starting out, yeah, I'd probably get that site. Or what I would probably do is go through there and try to find a bunch of them and then just get the best ones. Like maybe I go through, and another way that I use that domain search tool is you can search by links or whatever, and then I just probably find the best ones out of them. Right.
So ultimately what we did is I like to stay around 14, 15 trust flow minimum. If we're going to skip Moz metrics, even Moz metrics says this is okay right here, 21, but I'm going to go by Ahrefs, says it's a 28. They got 25 live links. They crawl a whole lot. Ahrefs has the strongest backlink crawler of all of them, of all of them. Plus, it's got some social signals coming into it. So, and it's got branded links coming in that's not too crazy. So I would write this down on my spreadsheet as something that of my finds that I'll come back and it's a possible buy while I'm searching. If it's not there at the end of the day, or it's not there when I'm done, then it's not. But as of right now, it's available. It's something that I would buy, because what I can do is we're going to show you in a couple of weeks how I take PBNs and how we can power those up also for $5. We can power these up a little bit for $5 and make them a little bit more realistic. So this is one place where you can look for them. Joe, you said you like looking at it by backlinks, right?
Yeah, like, so sometimes I'll just put in the backlinks,
Sure.
and then I'll go down from there.
Sure.
You know, and you could also do age. Like, I'll do age, even though these are deleted.
Right.
If the site has a 2005, a lot of times it may have like some older links on it. So, you know,
so you're like basically saying like this SF book right here from 1996.
Yeah. You know, yeah, like even though
how about this Universal Love right here?
That looks like, I don't even know what that one is.
Let's like check it out. So we're gonna go by links. It has 1.1. It has over 1,000 links. It's got age on it, which is what Joe wants. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go back over here and we're gonna see if it's available. Hold on here. We're gonna see if it's available. Well, if I could delete. So we're gonna see if it. What?
Oh, I think it.
Yeah.
Deleted
No. I needed to hit copy. There we go. That's all. So here we go. There we go. UniversalLove.org. Joe, it's our lucky day, man. It's available. It's available. So now the first thing I want to do is also remember, we want to come over here and we want to do a site check. We want to see if this is indexed. I can almost guarantee you it is not. Hold on. It's not close enough over. So it is, but it's a.
Wow.
It is. Wow. So that we're even off to a better sign. So now what we'll do is we'll come over here. First thing I want to do is go to Ahrefs, slap that in there, hit this, and we're going to check to see how many backlinks it finds, because it's going to find the truth is what it's going to do. While it's doing that, we'll go ahead and we'll throw it over here too. Well, that's working, so we can show you the difference of how they work. So we'll go back over to Ahrefs. So right here, it says they found 3 links. So it's a 21 page, it's a 9 domain authority, a 21 page authority, and Moz has found 3 whole links. 3 whole links. So, and as you can see, it looks like it's about religion. So we'll come back over to Ahrefs and we'll look. And it says it's found about the same as it says, about, 1,100 links. But look, it's from 18 referring domains. So we don't know how good that's going to be. But let's look down here, see what we got. So we got, go ahead, pop it. The supply is endless. University Spiritual Experience, Jubilee, community players, Inside Jay's Head. So it doesn't look like, let's come over here and let's check the links out. Let's see what links are in here. Joe, it looks like it's got about 17, but look at this. It's got a 71 DR. Wow. And, I just got a text message in from one of our members, Jennifer, that says this is her kind of site. She says that, wow, yeah, she said she's into these crystals and this universal spirits experience. She said she's going to buy it. So we got it.
You better pick it up fast.
Yeah, you better pick it up fast, Jennifer. You better pick it up fast. So I know we got a lot of gens out there. So whoever you are. And look, glyphs. So look, Joe, the DR on this is pretty good, but we've not done something, Joe, that we didn't do on the rest of them. I don't trust this site.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking right now.
Yeah, guys, we're going to the Wayback Machine.
That's the same thing I was thinking.
Right. We're going way back. Yeah, so guys, always go to archive.org, which is a Wayback Machine. Joe and I are really concerned that this might be a porn site. So we we are going to find out exactly what this site was over the course of time. And that's what this does, going to the Wayback Machine. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and look. All you got to do is type in Wayback Machine. You'll get here. So we can see this site has been alive back since 1998. So what we'll do is we'll click on this. We're going to take a peek what was going on back in 1998.
Wow, that was a long time ago, man.
Well, it was a geosite cities right here. So This is what it looked like. It was nothing. Man, you guys remember these GeoCities? Wow. That's a long time ago. Yeah. So what we'll do is we're going to bump it up. We're going to take it up to 2008. Looks like there's a lot of activity going on here. And we'll just go to good old Valentine's Day to figure out what the love was going on there, Joe. How about that? and look, you know what? It doesn't look bad. It looks like it really was a religious site. Look, ghost stories, other stuff. So far so good. So far so good. But let's take it back a few years. I'm still not convinced. Has been moved to here. It still looks like that it's okay. So we've got a recent sighting back in 2014. We're going to go all the way up there. There's Bluehost. And just to make sure, one more time, we're going to go back and we'll check it again right here. And it looks like this site has not been a porn site, Joe. We were wrong. If this comes through and shows it. Joe, wouldn't you have bet $50 this was a porn site?
I was thinking maybe it was, man, but I'm glad it wasn't. That's for sure.
Yeah. We didn't want to see anything pop up on the screen.
Or some kind of weird dating site or online love or something.
Exactly. People hugging trees and getting a little frisky with the tree or something. So guys, this is a site that if I was brand new, I would pick up. It doesn't. Oh, but we haven't done one thing. Let's go over here. So now we know it wasn't a porn site. We can look at this, and it's not bad. The anchor text on it, universal love, spirituality, whatever. We can turn this around. The spirituality of business. Look at the fresh index. And, it's really not a bad site, Joe, if you look at it. Yeah. Right here on the fresh index. It's nice. Guys, I'm telling you right now, if I was you, if you're listening, I'd buy this site right now. So it's got my stamp on it. Joe, does it got yours?
Yeah, no, this is a good site. And especially like that one OMGer said, especially if you're in that niche, it's perfect.
Right. So, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, too, just remember, it's deleted, so the age isn't going to transfer over, but everything else will. So it's a really good buy.
Absolutely. So, guys, what I want to make sure of right now, guys, is are you guys getting what I'm doing right now? So, guys, I want you, has this helped us looking for a couple sites on here? I want you to give me hashtag hell yes. I want to make sure that you guys are just kind of how you've seen how we've been able to just pick out these sites. Bam, 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 bam. Just like this. And we've checked it. You can come back through here. We're not being as thorough as we can, but guys, when you first start out, you can. So guys, literally what we've shown you how to do in a very short amount of time is how to go out and for free to find your own PBNs. Now guys, let me tell you what I used to do with my time. I literally used to spend 5 or 6 hours a day. There was no Gregory Ortiz. You see, when I started OMG, Gregory Ortiz was 8 months away, and he was a baby. He hadn't even started yet. I couldn't buy my PBNs from Gregory Ortiz. So I had to do this the old-fashioned way. You hear about how Grandma had to ride a donkey to school and Grandpa had to go barefooted. Well, Joe and Cotton had to sit there, and this is how we found our PBNs, isn't it, Joe?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've spent a lot of hours on that site. That's for sure.
Right. So guys, is there anybody, please, and put it in the chat box, in the GoToWebinar chat box, is everyone with me? If you're not, just give me a 2 in the GoToWebinar chat box. I don't want to embarrass you and have you put it out in open, but is there anybody that didn't understand that, how to find a site? Now we know that we're abandoning kind of putting it third importance MOZ with DA and PA, and we're going to put a whole lot more importance on Ahrefs, a whole lot more. But here's the cool part about Ahrefs, Joe. I want to show these guys this right now. So also with this universal love, Ahrefs has a really cool tool right here. Joe, we can see if this is ranking for anything if it was indexed, but it's not. So this is something we can put in here and find out if sites are currently ranking, and it will. Like if you watch, I can put my site in here and it will say, hey, what is this website ranking for the different places? And it'll show me competitors. It'll show me everything. But look, top 5 organic keywords, tell me more.
Wow.
Look, it'll show me everything that I'm ranking for, and I can sort it by the positions so you can see all of these number 1s that I currently have. With my name right here, all the number 2s, 3s, 4s, 6s, and everything all right in here. All this right in here. So this is very, very helpful. Ahrefs has turned into literally a monster and just being amazing with other stuff. So we've showed you one site. What I want to do is show you a couple more. And another one is that we went over with on a simulation last week is Fresh Drop. That's Fresh Drop. So we're going to put that, it's just freshdrop.com. We're going to put this in the chat box for you so you can get that. That's another website the same way. And they have better sorting than they do at the other site. But another one is Dom Cop. And I want to give you that address as well, Dom Cop. So here's the situation with Dom Cop. Dom Cop makes it, and I sent that over to you guys as well. Dom Cop makes it a little bit easier on us. Because look, it's got domain authority right here.
Wow.
And it's got trust flow right here. It's got citation flow. It's got everything over here. Look, it's got SEMrush traffic, Joe. Look.
Wow. Dude, I never even knew about this site.
Yeah, DomLikeCop's pretty sweet. But these are, once again, expiring. These are domain auctions. So what this does is it taps into domain auctions right here. And look, 20K for this site. But look at this site. How would you guys like to have a site that's getting in 22,000 visitors a month through traffic? It's $7,500, DA 59, PA 66, Joe. Page rank 5, 14 years old. It's kind of almost worth $7,500 to have 22,000 people with traffic if you can find a niche for that, Joe. And you know what?
Is that the one you were pointing at called Play Kids Games?
Yeah.
Man, there's a million ways to make money with that one.
Right. So, if you wanted an affiliate site and if you've got the money, people like Joe and I that have the money to where $7,500 for a site's no big deal, Joe, this would make a fantastic affiliate site, wouldn't it?
Oh, for sure, for sure.
I mean, it's already ranking. So, Joe, look, here's what we're going to do, and here's what I want to show you guys. A little trick is I'm gonna take this and look. We're gonna throw this over to Ahrefs, and what it's going to do is it's going to bring up my account right here, and it's going to show us what's going on. But look, it has a domain rating of 59. And it's got a URL rating of 39, so it's pretty powerful. But it's also got all these, it's all good anchor text right here. But Joe, this is what I'm really interested in. Because if I wanted to buy this for a money site, here's where this Positions Explorer comes in. Really hard for buying auction domains. I want to know where it's already ranking at, Joe. So I'm going to put this in here, and I'm going to see where it's ranking. And look at this, Joe. It's number 5 for kids games.
Wow, dude!
Oh,
you could buy this.
Look at this,
you could
Joe.
buy this.
Look at that. Math facts. Joe, let's swap this out. Guys, this is the greatest tool ever when you look at this, Joe. Math Tunnel, kidsgames.com, Play Kids misspelled. We got Math Apples, Play Kid Game number 1. Look at all these number 1s, Joe.
Oh yeah, and dude. I'd get this site. I'd maybe put some apps on here or put an Amazon store in here or something and then just flip this and sell it.
Joe, look at this. Kids Games, 110,000 volume, and it's number 5.
Wow.
Guys, let me tell you something. Do you now see, guys, do you see how auctions, where you can actually take auctions and where you can check this now and find out what you're going to get just by taking it over? Think about that, guys. I can spend $7,500 right now. And I'm not trying to blow or anything like that. I make that literally every few hours. And I can buy that website right now. I can hire someone to put amazing content on it. Find an affiliate. Find an affiliate for kids stuff. Joe's really good at that. And kabam! We've got almost 22,000 people ransacking that site right now. And that's how it's done. So guys, oh look. Guy bought Universal Love.
Did he buy it?
Yeah, he bought it. Good job, man. Good job. So what I'm saying is, guys, this is how I haven't looked at domains like this in a long time. So this is even getting me and Joe excited. When you see this sort of traffic, and then when you see that it's ranking for these kind of things, with this Positions Explorer is what it's called in Ahrefs. We didn't even have this sort of stuff to know this, did we, Joe?
No, no, not at all. I mean, that Ahrefs, that must be new. That's pretty new,
all
right?
Brand new, dude. They have dude, look at this. Math facts, number 3.
You know what I would do is I would put this in archives.org, and I just duplicate whatever they were selling on there.
Exactly.
You know it was making money.
Maybe I need to buy this right now, Joe.
Yeah, you might. Well, it's an auction. That's a money maker. I mean, it's so many different ways, you know.
You're right. Where's this at? Kids games on my watch list. I'm trying to see who's even selling it. Oh, it's on GoDaddy. See, it's on like GoDaddy. So watch this. When we like go to GoDaddy, what is here? It even helps us send us straight to the auction. Send us straight to the auction right here. Redirecting to play kids games, and it's going to tell us what's going on with the auction. So how many days has it got? Only one person has offered it. It's over. Oh man, this is going to get way up there. It's going to get way up there.
It looks like this is an offer domain too. Like you put an offer in, and then they either accept it or not. You know?
So it's not $7,500 buy now, but you know. Joe, do you want me to bid for it right here live on here?
Man, you can. It's a premium domain. So
I don't care.
I think 7,500 you might get it because it said premium domain 7,500.
We'll find out here. Hold on. We're gonna come on, guys. You want me to bid for this here live online? I mean, if you do, or if you want to see me do it, I will. If not, we'll move on to something else. But
I don't think anybody wants to see you do it.
It's like do it.
Man, this might be the next over-the-shoulder inside of MG.
Right, it might be an over-the-shoulder here. Hold on. I think I logged in the wrong GoDaddy account. Hold on. I got to sign out. So hold on, let me sign out, and then I don't even. We'll come back over here. Yeah, you know what? I'll do it after this, but I'm going to bid on this now that I've seen this traffic. So these are all auctions, guys, and we're going to go over auctions a little bit next week. But what I want to do is, if you're going to get to the auctions, obviously traffic's real important because guess what rankings bring? What do rankings bring, Joe? Traffic.
Traffic. Yeah.
Look at this, Joe, TanyaHarding.com. Dude, somebody wants $7,000 for that thing.
Woo, man.
Wow. It's crazy. And look at this. We got Total Health Magazine, 12,000 traffic on here.
Wow.
Planet Garth. You can look at a lot of stuff on here. Moonglow. 60. Look at this, Joe. 6,700. What do you think this thing ranks for? So
Moonglow?
Yeah.
Wow.
What do you think that we'll find out? So it's getting 6,000 traffic. So if we wanted to find out if we wanted to buy it or not, guys, this would make a good SEO site right here. So look at that. It's got 49. So Moonglow, it's only $250. We want to copy it, take it over to the Positions Explorer. We want to find out what it's ranking for. Come through here. Now we're just showing you what these sites are capable of. So let's find out what it's really ranking for. So we'll come down here. Necklaces, Joe. Necklaces.
Oh, there you go.
But we could easily change this over to SEO, Moonglow SEO, and still rank it ranks for moon jewelry, glow moon, all these things.
Yeah.
So yeah. all that, but not a lot of traffic, Joe. It's hitting a lot of keywords. Look at how many number ones it's got for moon.
Yeah, it's a ton.
Right. A lot.
I mean, if you were in, like that other woman said OMG said she was into those stones and everything else.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is another. I mean, if you're into this,
right.
You just repeat this. You just copy the whole
yeah.
site and you got number one rankings.
Definitely. Whoever just sent me that message, if you're into, stones and glowstones and rubbing all these crystals all over yourself, this is a site for you right here. Get some magic going on. But
yeah, I mean, it's low volume. If you add it up, it's a lot.
Absolutely. But let's get to expired domains, because that's what we really want. Domains that are expired. So we're going to go with what Joe says, because Joe's got a pretty good idea here. And Joe says, hey, damn it, let's look for traffic. So Joe, look at this traffic already on some of these PBNs here. Not bad, huh? Not bad. Look. Yeah. So let's go ahead and let's check out this one right here. This, whatever this is. What's that? I'm Polita for Fan Club? I don't know. It's a fan club. It doesn't matter. But we're going to check it in Ahrefs and we're going to find out. We're going to go through the whole process right here, but this is how you do it, guys. So look how easy this is, that when you use this site, you can right click it and you can go to wherever you want. Look, who is, we can go to the Wayback Machine with this. See how easy they've made it? Look at that.
Oh,
so
that's
yeah,
sweet.
Yeah. So now we've got it up. It's 41 and a 9. Joe, this looks like it might be a pretty solid PBN if it passes the rest of the stuff. So we're looking at it and it's all branded links, Joe. Look at that. It's all branded links.
Yeah.
So what
it looks like Chris.
Yeah. So then we'll go back
here. Chris and Polita.
Yeah. So then what we'll do is we'll right click it and we'll just do majestic, because this is how easy this is to bring it up. And we'll put it in majestic and look at that. That's not too bad. And that's not too bad. So what we want to do is we want to do the site, to find out if it's available. So we'll come over here and we'll see if it is indexed at the moment. Well, we're still on Moonglow. Hold on. Let me get this one. Come back over here. See if this puppy's indexed. Oh, it's indexed. But yeah, it's indexed.
Oh,
yeah.
Some Chinese stuff.
Used to be Japanese. So this might be a Japanese pop star for those of you that really like Japanese pop stars. So we'll go back to this page here and we'll do it again. And you know what? We're going to go back to the Wayback Machine. Oh, Joe, look, we could have even checked for index pages right here. Look.
Oh, wow.
This is a great site.
Yeah, this is a great site.
Yeah, Wayback Machine. Let's find out what this thing's about. Let's go back to 2011 and see what's going on. What we don't want to see, guys, is something that is we want to see something as PG-13. We do not want to see anything. So this looks, it's just a fan page. No idea. It's strange.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll go to 2013, see what's going on. We'll just pick out August 7th. We'll come here. It says it's no longer updated. They're sending people to the MySpace page. Pretty much it looks like we'll bump it up 2015. Go to July 17th and look at it. Same thing, Joe. They're just trying to sell T-shirts. Doesn't look like there's anything suspicious going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then we'll just go current, and we'll just see what it was this year, February 21st. That's it. So it looks like someone.
Oh, Chinaman. Yeah.
But you know what we didn't do, Joe? Here's what we didn't do. We didn't see if it was available.
Whoa.
Might have already. See, someone just bought it. We messed up, Joe. Even pros like us forget a step.
Yeah.
So
somebody probably bought it when we were talking about it.
Yeah, somebody bought it and turned it into a Japanese site. So guys, with this site right here, obviously I'm going to recommend you guys on your own to go to DomCop, sign up for an account, go to expired, and there's archive, there's expiring, and you can see how easy this is. Easy this is to look for domains. I want you to purchase one domain. You can buy it at GoDaddy, You can buy it at Namecheap, wherever you want to go. But remember, guys, it's almost cheating because everything's right here. Look at this. You right-click it, and here it is. See, now look, I can go here, Joe, and I can see if it's available. It is $77. So that's really not anything I can buy right now. It's not expired. Or maybe it is expired. I can buy that for $77, just not $16 or $10. So this is how easy this is. Now, guys, I want to know if you guys feel a little bit more empowered now. Did you guys really think that it was this easy to go out and find PBNs? Because, guys, this is pretty easy. Give me hashtag easy if this is actually way easier than you thought it was. Guys, you guys made this so difficult that now when you see a couple people do it, it's real easy, guys. You guys should feel pretty energized right now. You guys should feel like just running through a wall because we showed you just how easy it is to go out and find your own PBNs. And you know what, Joe? Isn't it? Dude, it's exciting when you can find some gems out there. I mean, when you just pick them up for $10 and you know they're $250 sites. You know they are.
Yeah, oh, yeah. I mean, especially, man, I like that it showed the traffic on there and everything else. It's like if you sit down and just take a couple hours and just go through all that stuff, I mean, you'll have 10 PBNs before you know it. You know?
Right. But, guys, I want to tell you why it's so important that you do this. Why I know it's easier to buy PBNs from Gregory Ortiz, and there's nothing wrong with buying PBNs from Gregory Ortiz because it does save time. But, guys, I want you to look at this as your training. For you to get in here and use these tools and to understand what these tools are and to understand what these metrics are is very important. Is very important. But, guys, you guys should just be so fired up right now to just go out. And now you know that on your own, you don't need anybody. And you, for literally $100, for $100, Joe, these guys can get 10 PBNs. Isn't that crazy? I mean, guys, give me hashtag $100. You just hashtag 100. For $100, you can go out and find PBNs in 1 week. And I know everyone can afford that. Right, Joe?
Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, no, $100, 10 PBNs. I mean, you can get your city SEOs. You can do a lot with 10 PBNs, and $100 is, man, that's nothing for what it's going to do for you.
Right. And the best part, guys, about when you are doing these expired domains is when you buy them, guess what? You can set them up hosting instantly. Boom, you own them. They're right in your account right away. I mean, you don't have to wait. So, guys, I encourage you, what I want everyone to do is at least go out and buy one PBN next week on your own. One PBN, that's it. Guys, who cares if you mess up? It's $10. It's $10. So you went through the drive-thru, you bought a Big Mac and some fries and a drink, and you threw it out the window on a mistake. I think you can live with that. But with what we've shown you, I don't think you're going to mess up. Now, Joe and I are going to give you a couple simple metrics, and I want you to write these down. And it's going to be pretty simple. And let's just go back over here to, let me just get a brand new sheet right here. New slide. Let me get rid of this. And what we want is, Joe, for in Ahrefs, I want everyone to stay with a DR of at least 15 plus. 15 plus. And the UR, which is a URL rating in Ahrefs, can be, let's just say I want it 5 plus. All right? Now, we're going to come down through here. Joe, I'm going to let you give what you think trust flow metrics should be. So when we're over here in trust flow, what is too low for TF, for trust flow?
I'd say I wouldn't go anywhere under 10. I'd have it at least 10.
All right. Joe says 10 plus. And guys, I wouldn't go over, when we go to CF, I wouldn't go over 2 times the amount of the trust flow. So what that means is, hold on, 2 times TF. So what that means is, guys, is if I'm over here and if I've got a 14, I do not want to see a 32. So if I see a 25, I pretty much want these even. I want my trust flow pretty much even with my citation flow. I don't want to see it too high. It can be, I really don't even want to see it too low, to be honest with you. This is pushing it. So I want them fairly even, or if it's higher, I don't want it to be any more than 2 times more than that. 2 times more than that. So guys, if that makes sense, give me a 1. Just give me a 1 right here in the chat box. If that makes sense. If you're following us so far, just give me a 1 and just hit enter. Just give me a 1 and hit enter. I want to make sure that everyone's with me so far. Great. We got everyone that is understanding that. If you don't understand it, it's okay to put in a 2. So that's what we're looking for. So with DA, we're not even going to talk about it. We just want to make sure that the DA and the PA match up with the DRUR. That's all we really care about. Now, what we want to do is remember, this is for, and we're going to put here a H refs, and this right here is going to be for majestic right here of our numbers right here that we want to do. Now, the second thing that we're going to want to do is make sure we can buy it. So we're going to have to check that in GoDaddy, Namecheap, wherever else. But secondly, guys, we want to use the Wayback Machine to make payback, Wayback. We want to make sure that the website was not used for pornography, gambling, drugs, excessive shopping like Nike, Michael Kors, anything that's spammy shopping, drugs, gambling, or pornography. We want to make sure that it's nothing like that. We also want to make sure that the anchor text look fairly natural. Like as you can see right here, this site was really about this fan club. You see it everywhere here. Official site, official site. You don't see anything like Viagra. You don't see anything like Michael Kors. You don't see anything like Air Jordans. You don't see anything like Bipaxil. We want to make sure that this is clean and is branded to this site name as clean as possible. So we want to make sure that the links are also branded. Links are okay. Coming back there. But outside of that, Joe, am I missing anything else?
No, I mean that's about it. I think you got it just about covered.
Right. So guys, these are the only steps, really. I mean, we taught you pretty good on that second webinar, and we lined up a simulation light designed to teach you stuff that now when we got into this complicated stuff, remember, if we wouldn't have shown you how to set up your website, if we wouldn't have shown you the power tools first, then we got you to build around your site and make sure that you had links, which you didn't know it, you were building power to your site. We just told you to build social profiles. Some of you have ranked from it. Then now when we got to more complicated stuff, you guys are like, what? It's this easy? And that's right. It is this easy. So these are the metrics that we need. So what I'll do is I'll copy this right here. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to throw it in the group. So if you want to just run in here and you'll think we lost it somewhere, we'll just go ahead and we'll paste it. It's just locking up on me. Right there.
There it is.
So boom. That's going to be it right there. You'll be able to come back and look at it. But guys, what this is going to do is next week and the weeks before, things are going to get a little more complicated, but I do feel that you're going to understand it. We're going to go through some more technical stuff before we get into setting up your PBNs so it's not so confusing. But ultimately, guys, I think you should be pretty proud of yourselves. We have been a few weeks in, and I think you guys, honestly, and I mean this, and I'm not saying this because Joe and I are teaching you, but no, Command Center does not have Ahrefs. It does not. So for that question that just went there. So guys, what I wanted to tell you is literally At this moment in time right now, I really believe that if you have followed everything that we have taught to this point in Assimilation Light, that you know more than 99% of any SEO agency out there, including the top agencies. Guys, this is how I am able to just come into cities and just decimate people in there. Don't you think about that? I do not want you to be ashamed when you're doing video analysis. I do not want you to be ashamed. And guys, let me explain to you something. I'm going to say this once as a hint. Didn't I just show you guys just how to do a video analysis right now? For the last hour? Huh? Did I? Or did I not? Give me hashtag boom if it's starting to click. If it's starting to click. I mean, guys, literally. I mean, if it's starting to click, guys, I've already given you everything you've needed. It's just you can't see it. You got to look for it. So what I'm like trying to tell you is Joe and I have snuck in so much stuff that I want you to feel confident when you're giving your video proposals. I want you to be confident about when you're in front of a business owner. You guys literally right now, if I could, Joe, wouldn't you hand these guys their lightsabers?
Oh yeah. I mean, these guys got everything they need to definitely get in front of a business owner and to start ranking, start ranking not only their own sites, but client sites and everything else.
Right.
I mean, we've come quite a ways in these last few weeks.
Right. Guys, I just want you to think about this and just in all seriousness. We just showed you how to grade a crappy site and know if it's okay or not to buy. And you're going to tell me that you can't now grade a legitimate business site that is not crappy and you're not going to be able to tell? Guys, I just showed you something where all you got to do is plug it in and you can see where your client's ranking right away. So you know what pages to attack and everything. Guys, it's no different. It's no different is what I'm trying to tell you. So guys, what I'd like to do is ask one favor right now. What we want to do is we're making one last push to bring in members from Bob Proctor and Ty Lopez. If you could do me a favor, and if Joe and I have helped you out, not inside this thread, but I want you to come up to the top of the group, and if we have helped you with anything, to blow your mind or to open up your mind or anything, I would like for you to post about it up here so we can take a snapshot and use it on future webinars about how we've had success with current members. Because guys, I just want to tell you, and I keep saying this, but Joe and I didn't have to do this. It's an accident. We never planned on doing this, but we enjoy doing it because, man, it's exciting watching you guys open up your eyes and how Joe and I have literally snuck in all of these things that you never knew that you were doing and then revealed to you why we've done it. And now you know how to do everything. So for all of you guys who are asked, where's my video analysis? There you go. So what I'm like trying to tell you is you guys know everything at this point except how to set up your PBNs and a few more advanced tactics that we keep going over in the research and development of the new things that we find. There's some tweaks. There's some this. But guys, if you've enjoyed what we've done, you can repay Joe and I by just giving a little brief testimonial about how we helped in the group if it's meant something to you. Because, Joe, that's what keeps us pumped up, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, man. Well, dude, even like when you did a few weeks ago when you asked people if they're enjoying these new, these assimilation lights, and dude, people start posting like almost every day how it's helping them. Right. They want us to keep going. I mean, that really gives us incentive to keep doing these assimilation lights because we know people are getting benefit from it. So that's right. Huge, huge help for us.
Absolutely. Guys, feel empowered, man. Feel empowered because I'm telling you, 99% more, you're going to crush everyone in your way. Right now, guys, congratulations. You are now baby Jedis, in my opinion. After 6 weeks, you were Padawans. You are now Jedis. Joe and I are handing you your lightsaber. You can now go kill someone with it if you want. But guys, we'll be back next week. Hopefully this was an incredible lesson for you. Hope you got a lot out of it. We'll keep bringing it as long as you guys keep enjoying it. Have a great week. Joe and I will see you next week. And we're going to go into deeper about how to power up your website. We'll see you next week.
All right. See you next week, guys.